Moved by Councillor Kotick, seconded by Councillor Hudson, resolved that the special meeting commence at the hour of 6 p.m. And be it further resolved that council acknowledges that we are meeting in the Robinson Superior Treaty area on lands that have been traditionally used by several Indigenous nations. But we would like to pay special recognition to our closest Indigenous neighbors, the community of Pignagon, Anishinaabe, and Pic-Mobert First Nations. We wish to recognize the long history of the First Nation and Métis people in our region specifically and show respect to them today. All in favor? Carried. Any disclosure of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof?
To the chair, there is. Member of Council Jim Moffat, council meeting date July 15th, 2026, open session. I declare pecuniary interest on the agenda, open session item number 03 to 09 of the agenda of the above noted meeting for the following reason. I am the applicant.
Thank you, and I will hand the meeting over to Councillor Arola.
The council saw that the agenda, I would ask the council approve the agenda. All in favor? Carried. Agenda be approved as circulated. This meeting is held by council under the Planning Act to allow for public comment regarding the proposed site-specific official plan amendment and zoning bylaw amendment. Where a public meeting is set out in legislation such as this one, council has a legal responsibility to deliver fair, unbiased consideration.
Sorry, we can't hear what you're saying.
Turn it up a little.
Oh, I'll start again. This meeting is held by council under the Planning Act to allow for public comment regarding the proposed site-specific official plan amendment and zoning bylaw amendment. Where a public meeting is set out in legislation such as this one, council has a legal responsibility to deliver fair and unbiased consideration to all matters that are brought to attention. Council members cannot enter into a discussion and or debate as long as the formal public meeting is in session. A report will be made to council giving a planning evaluation if received, recommendations concerning issues that may have been raised. Pursuant to section 6.4.1.4 of the township's procedural bylaw 2017-15, deputations are to be limited to 10 minutes in length.
Thank you through the chair. The purpose of the applications is to permit a proposed car lot gas station at 7 Sioux Road, legally described as Plan M164 Lot 4, through a site-specific official plan amendment and zoning bylaw amendment. Current provisions of the official plan and zoning bylaw permit gas stations only within the quarter mixed-use designation and zone. The proposed amendments would permit a car lot gas station within the light industrial designation and zone on the subject property.
Any person may express their views on the proposed official plan amendment and zoning bylaw amendment being heard this evening, and a record will be kept of all comments. When addressing the chair, please state your name and location of your property. Written comments may also be submitted to the clerk. Have any written submissions been received regarding this application?
Through the chair, 5 written submissions have been received by email. Date received July 13th, 2026, submitted by Steve and Leanne Binkiard. We agree with the proposed amendment to allow a card lock gas station at 7 Sioux Road. Having a 24-hour gas station in town is beneficial for all residents, including EMS services. Thank you for allowing us to voice our opinion. Thanks in advance, Steve and Leanne Binkiard. Date received July 15th, 2026, submitted by Dave Desmolin. Good morning. I'm writing to express my support for the proposed 24-hour card lock gas station. This is a much needed service in our community and we would all benefit greatly from its availability. Best regards, Dave Desmolin. Date received July 15th, 2026, submitted by Trevor Gill. I, Trevor Gill of Manitowoc, Ontario, support the new card lock gas station. Date received July 15th, 2026, submitted by Kathy Sherwood. I, Kathy Sherwood of Manitowoc, Ontario, support the new card lock gas station. Date received July 15th, 2026, submitted by Melanie LeBeau. I'm writing to show my support in favor of the 24-hour card lock gas station at 7 Sioux Road. This kind of access will be beneficial to our community, especially shift workers and emergency services.
There is one person registered to speak this evening. I would now invite Jocelyn Bourgoin to come forward and address council.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I did send these comments in written format as well, but I thought I'd just cover them. There's questions. So please accept this as an endorsement in favor of the zoning amendment for 7 Sioux Road to permit a card lock gas station. I've got about 8 points, and I think it's some of these have been mentioned. Having the ability to access 24/7 is a convenience at the least, especially when our closest access to 24/7 gas is 100 kilometers away. But I think it's more than a convenience. In addition to being a convenience, is sometimes when emergencies occur, it's not always during open times when a gas station is available. And people have to go to town in emergencies. Family members are flown out at 2 in the morning and they have to go to Thunder Bay or Sioux and they can't get gas. And then and I've been personally involved with that. It's who's got gas cans and we gotta haul them and find them and, you know, even go and get somebody to open the gas pumps. So it's not something you want to do when your family is in difficulty in an emergency situation. The other thing that's important, I think, and it's been raised already, is the access to fuel for after hours for emergency vehicles. So if a land ambulance, for example, goes to Thunder Bay, they only have enough gas to come back and you know, you don't get great mileage with these cube vans. By the time you get back here, you're empty. Somebody suggested to me, well, that's fine, just go to Marathon on the way back. That's fine, you've now got 300 kilometers that you could drive. So if there's another call 4 hours later and the station's not open, it creates issues and problems. And this could have happened also with police, if they have to bring somebody to a cell in Thunder Bay during the night, they come back, they can't fill their vehicles till later on, and sometimes if it's a stat all day, it's quite late. I think that the location of 7 Sioux Road favors our local, but also our visiting OFSC snowmobilers by being very close to the trail network. The OFSC trail basically arrives very nearby. And I think that the advantage of that is not having to drive snowmobiles on pavement, trying to get to the gas station. I don't know how many of you are snowmobilers, but as soon as your skis hit pavement, you have very, very little ability to direct where you're gonna end up. You can turn your skis all you want. If there's no snow or nothing to grab to, your skidoo keeps going straight. So having access in that area, there's lots of snow there. If you're gonna have to do anything on pavement, it'll be very short. It'll be just in the yard that the station will be. I also believe that our community is vulnerable at having just one access point. Many small towns only have one gas station, which is fine, but they're not 100 kilometers off the beaten path. We're isolated, and because of that, having a fallback, would be of a value and offer more resilience for our community if things ever go sideways. The one point I'd make about that too is, let's say something happens to our existing station. How long would it take to get supply system established? And even in an emergency mode, locations issue, access, processes. In the meantime, people are gonna start hoarding gasoline. People will go to town, buy 5-gallon buckets and cans and fill their garages with gasoline, which poses hazards to our community. So the other advantage that I pointed out in the letter is that this is kind of outside the residential area. So even if there is traffic after hours, it's not as bad as being right where people live. So the noise issue and the traffic issue is kind of minimized by where that location is, right on the edge of town. Another advantage, of course, is having above fuel tanks for storage tanks is of value, because if there's a leak, it's visible pretty quick when your tanks are above ground. And it doesn't take a few years, you'll find out that you have a huge contaminated area. So that way it is safer. And finally, I mean, maybe it's a little bit of a fantasy, but perhaps some competition won't hurt the price of the pump. Madwaj historically has had some of the highest prices in the area. And who knows what a little bit of competition might do in that area. It's not the main motive, it's not the main idea. I think the points above are more important. But for all these reasons, I support the amendment to have the rezoning amendment for 7 Sioux Road. Thank you kindly.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak regarding this proposed official plan amendment, zoning bylaw amendment? You step up.
Mr. Mayor and Council. I just want to ask a couple questions, because I'm new to all this.
Sorry,
My name is Cheryl Herrick.
thank you.
I've been a resident here for 20 years now. This proposed gas filling station, I was under the impression it was just for big rigs, transports and things. Are you saying that the average person can go and fill up their car, their truck there?
Yes,
Yes, we're gonna be able to?
yes,
If the other ones are all closed, because I was not aware of that. Which is good, because I've had to get up early on a Sunday morning and leave for emergency, and there's no gas station open. But I was under the impression with everybody talking, you know how people talk, that it was just for big transports and big heavy machinery and stuff like that. So we can go and use it?
yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I ask you also, where is this located? I know where Jin's property is for the buses, and I know where,
It's right in that area,
is it in that area?
yes.
Okay. And can I ask one more question? This was proposed 2 years ago by a townsperson, and it was rejected. Can I ask why all of a sudden we reject one from 2 years ago and all of a sudden we're in for it?
Through the chair, if I may address that question, that has been publicly put online and our website, it's been addressed. Additionally, this venue is to accept comment regarding the proposed
I think I had it 2 years ago.
You know, so again, there will be a planning report coming to council at the next council meeting.
Okay.
Regarding the amendment for the official plan of the zoning bylaw,
Okay,
and we can address that matter in the report.
oh, okay. Cause like, we could have used it 2 years ago, you know? Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Oh, I'm sorry.
Good afternoon, Jamie Barnes.
Yeah.
I only have a couple questions in regards to the access. The township already fuels separately. Like the township's not going to be doing a contract or having full access using the card lock. That's my only question. So like you fuel up the township vehicles. And
Through the chair, we do have a current account that we use for fuel.
will that be continuing or will it change?
Yes.
Okay, that's my only question. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Opportunity for any more comments? Okay, thank you very much for coming. Yes,
Do I have to come up front? or do I
yes, you do. You do the mic.
Cheryl Herrick. What does it mean, card lock?
Through the chair, online on our website, we had posted the home application in the design committee. It does explain what this system would be.
Do I have to have a special card to use it, is what I'm asking?
I can't speak to what the system is actually,
Okay.
because it's not our.
I've never
it's not
heard of
the
it.
township's, proposal.
Okay.
I would recommend, asking for a copy of the design brief.
That would be good.
Okay, anybody else? We hereby allow to confirm the proceedings of the council of the township of Manitowoc at a special meeting held on Wednesday, July 15th, 2026. Be read a first and second time. And furthermore, be read a third time, passed and numbered as bylaw number 2026/22. For the third time, passed that bylaw. Approval from the council. Passed. Be it resolved that the special meeting adjourned at the hour of 6:18 PM. All in favor?